If you're living in a high-tax state right now, you could be leaving thousands of dollars on the table every single year. That's the shift driving a record wave of people relocating, and Central Florida is right at the center of it. Today, I'm breaking down the reasons so many people are making the move to Central Florida right now. Most people hear Florida has no state income tax and don't think what that would mean in their own situation. Florida ranked #1 in the country for net income migration, bringing in tens of thousands of new residents in a single year, and the majority of that is coming from high earners. States like California and New York are losing billions in adjusted gross income, and a big piece of that is landing right here in Central Florida. So when you actually look at what's driving this move, the tax setup is a huge part of it. Insurance concerns. What's awesome about Central Florida is that you're inland, so homeowners here usually pay a lot less than the state average, and we're actually seeing the market stabilize with several major carriers filing for rate reductions going into 2026. Florida lawmakers propose eliminating property taxes on homes. Buyers are paying attention because they understand how big that could be for demand when passed. The market is going to react fast. So, when you're comparing your monthly cost from one state to another, it's not just about your mortgage rate. The full tax picture is just as important, and Central Florida is playing a very different game right now. So, if you're already thinking about making a move, I'd love to be your trusted advisor. I work with relocating buyers from high-cost markets every day, and I can help you figure out which areas actually fit your goals, your timeline, or your budget. The job market here tells a really interesting story, too. Advent Health and Orlando Health together employ over 62,000 people across the region. Lockheed Martin has a major aerospace and defense presence with over 10,000 employees. Siemens Energy is bringing close to 3,000 employees into a brand new campus in Lake Nona. Plus, there's a new tech industry coming, the largest chip maker in the world. And yes, Disney and Universal are still huge anchors. Epic Universe just opened and is expected to bring about $2 billion into the local economy. Central Florida was recently ranked as one of the fastest-growing major metros for job growth, population growth, and GDP growth all at the same time. Now, when you have a more diversified job base, you get more stable housing demand. That kind of balance is what supports long-term home values, and it's a big reason why I tell my clients this market isn't just having a moment, it's on a long-term path. What does it actually cost to live here? Central Florida's median home price is half the price of California or New York. What the same budget gets you here in terms of space, finishes, and community amenities versus what you get in other states is on a whole other level. Plus, your day-to-day cost of living here is lower than the national average. Groceries, dining, services, it all adds up. It creates a lifestyle that feels a lot more comfortable without those price pressures. These are master-planned communities with a clear vision, and they're giving buyers options you just don't see in other markets. Major builders are actively offering incentives like rate buydowns, help with closing costs, and design credits. These are real tools that can make a big difference in your monthly payment. So, if you want something move-in ready, new construction here is a strong option. What's awesome is there are still places where you can put down roots at a price point that makes sense. And that combination is getting harder to find. The infrastructure piece ties all of this together, not just commute times or highways, but where the city is actually headed. Central Florida is building towards a significant future. Brightline connects Central Florida to South Florida and plans to extend that line west to Tampa, which would create a rail connection across the entire I-4 corridor. When that moves forward, it changes the region in a big way. Sunrail is also expanding. That includes a proposed extension connecting the line to the airport and the convention center. This creates a much more connected city. And on the entertainment side, Universal and Disney have long-term investments that drive jobs and bring more people into the area that attracts high-earning professionals, doctors, researchers, and specialists who are very intentional about where they live. I'm working with relocating buyers every day, and I can give you a clear, honest breakdown of what really fits your goals. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.